Hey, I'm Lauren. There's one thing in this world that I truly love. It is coming up with weird and silly exercises for people to do. Mostly just for my own entertainment, but sometimes they also will help you learn something. And this exercise that I'm about to share with you today might help you if you've been struggling with your inversions. It might not too. So I don't make any promises, but even if you just try it and find that it is a weird and silly thing, maybe you'll learn something from it. So for today's exercise, you're going to need a band, and I'm using a pull-up band of a lighter resistance, and I've got an anchor point that is a few feet off the ground. So I want my band to be able to be at a 45-degree angle or so when I am laying down on the ground. Finding the correct tension of band is going to be really helpful for this exercise. If it is too heavy of a band, it is going to be way too easy and you're not really going to get a lot of benefit from it. If it's too light, you might not really be able to do it at all. But I would recommend that you go towards a lighter band rather than a heavier band, because heavy is definitely going to be less helpful. Once I have selected my band and anchored it, I'm going to lay down on my back. And I want to make sure that I have a fair amount of tension on the band as I do so. I am going to have my knees open and my toes together with my feet off the ground. You could certainly have your knees together and your hands outside of them. It is up to you. And then I am going to lift myself up, trying to leave my hands where they are in space. So I'm trying to lift my shoulders to my hands and control myself back down, rather than pull my hands in to lift myself up. I promise it is definitely a little easier said than done. So if it is hard, know that you are in good company. Literally every person that I've shown this exercise to has struggled with it a little bit. Some things that you may or may not find helpful. When you are bending your elbows, try to keep your elbows pointing forward as they bend. It's almost like there's something in front of me that I'm trying to touch with the tip of my elbow. We also want to keep our collarbones broad. Often when we do this sort of pulling motion, we collapse in, and this is going to make it a lot harder for your lats to do the thing that they're supposed to be doing when you do this. I shared another weird exercise recently that might help you find a little bit of connection in your upper body if you're struggling with this. So I'm going to drop a link to that video in the comments, and you can go check it out and come back to this and try it again if you need to. So let me know how it goes. Drop any questions down below in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe.